All right, so guys, today we're going to be talking about Z Saber. We're going to touch on just a little bit. We're not going to dive in too deep because it is a lot to unfold. There's a lot of different things you can do in Z Saber. So with this one, I'm going to show you how you can view all of your work orders, past and present, and how to pull up historical data. So you can pull up historical data by the work center, by the customer work center, by the piece of equipment, and you can pull up the previous month, jobs that have been opened and closed within that month. This will give you some things to track your work orders by the month, by the year, however you want to do it. So it gives you a lot of different tools. So we're just going to kind of scratch the surface of what Z Saber has in this video. So let's go ahead and get into the computer. All right, as you can see, the first thing you can see in Z Saber is your order status. You have open and closed. Now, if you want to see what is currently open, just leave it as it is. Otherwise, you'll pull up closed and it will pull up all of them. So just leave it as open, and then we're going to put in a work center. All right, so these are all actively being worked, supposed to, and you can see off to the left here it says created on. So you might have some historical ones that are showing up, some that are old that shouldn't be on here. So what we can do is right click, highlight, and then assort in ascending order, and it will bunch these all up. So as you can see, we have some that go back as far as 2 years, some of them are a year old. So these need to be looked at and make sure that all of this is taken care of, because you're eating up your customer wait time if this is being brought to you by somebody else. So make sure that you're paying attention to this, track this kind of stuff, and you can clean it up. Here's another one. What we can do is go back, and we're going to go show historical data. So we're going to unclick open and then click on closed. And then you can go down here on the created on. So we'll choose last month, first of the month, and then last month, end of the month. And then hit execute. Now at this point you can highlight all of your, we'll go ahead and put it in order again. You can see this is all the work orders that were open last month. Now this does not show the date that it was completed. Like, it doesn't necessarily mean it was completed in that month. It just shows you the date that it was opened. So you can see all of these right here, completion date. So it's showing me that all of these are completed so far. Yep, so all of these have been completed. There's nothing left open, so we don't have to worry about these. Another way you can do this is somebody's asking about historical data for a specific piece of equipment. So if you scroll over to the right, you can see your equipment number. So we'll highlight, we'll just choose a random piece of equipment. Hopefully it's got some historical data. Then we're going to back out. We're going to take out all these search engines so that we can pull up everything for that piece of equipment. And then we'll do open and close for this one, because we want to see everything that's going on with that piece of equipment. So we'll click on it. As you can see, there's not a whole lot for this piece of equipment. This is just a weapon, so there's not a whole lot there. But you can see the historical data for it. So far, everything that's been done to it is just services. So let's go back in and choose a better piece of equipment. All right, so this right here is a truck. So this one has quite a bit of data. Now it's only going to go back based on when your unit transitioned or when this piece of equipment was in the system and transitioned. So if it's got say we got this piece of equipment from another unit, if that unit had transitioned in 2015, we would see jobs as old as 2015 or 16. But my unit transitioned in 2017, so our oldest job is going to be in 2017. And that is pretty much a snapshot of how you can use this. There's a few other ways you can do this, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So you can go up here into order and then order type. So if I want to go into my unit, and then I can filter down the types of work orders that are currently open. So I'll scroll down and we have PM01, which is maintenance order, and then PM02 is preventative maintenance. So we'll click on PM01 and then we'll go with opened. And these are all PM01. So these are all unscheduled maintenance that is ready for some kind of maintenance to be done to it. And if we go back, we're going to leave it at PM01, that same unit. We're going to uncheck open and then click on close, and it will pull up all historical data. So all work orders that have been open with this unit since it transitioned to G-Army. So this is not all. This is only as back as far as the unit has work orders within G-Army. So we have a lot here. So if you want to get an idea of how many you have, we can highlight, find, then PM01, search. Didn't work. Let's try it again. So do PM01, number of hits, and then check mark. So we have 436 PM01 work orders since this unit transitioned. And you can see that doesn't necessarily capture your notifications, it just captures your work orders. All right, guys, that's pretty simple. This right here is, like I said, Z Saber there's a lot of different things that you can do in it. So I want to make sure that I kind of break this down and make it a little more easy to take in, because you don't want to put too much at one time. Then you guys have to go back and figure out where and when and what and all that stuff. So this Z Saber is going to be a few pieces, probably at least 3, maybe 4 different videos to make sure that we hit all of them, but it's not all in one and not like a 20-minute video. I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible. So hopefully you get something from this and it gives you a little bit more insight on Z Saber and what you can do within it. If you haven't subscribed, guys, please go ahead and do so. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. Comment below if you got more questions or more specific questions over what I covered in this video. And again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.